Yo, what's up, Swag gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon Lara, aka KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we are back here again with Urinating Tree, bro. Yes, we are back again with Urinating Tree, bro. Look, man, we about to react to this week's in sports football. I guess he about to talk some shit, bro, about the free agency and then what's going on. But anyways, man, make sure you comment, subscribe, and let's just get into the reaction. Oh, yeah.
Despite the world falling apart around them last year, the NFL bull rushed through it with success, which is relatively unsurprising to me, but still admirable. However, it didn't come without some short-term scars that need to heal. The salary cap for the league has dropped to $182.5 million for the upcoming season, around a $15 million drop from 2020. This means teams in deep cap hell looking at you, Saints and Eagles, are in for even more acrobatics to perform. It's nowhere near all bad for the Shield, however. New television contracts have been negotiated that will net the league over $10 billion per year on these alone. Amazon will be getting exclusive rights to Thursday Night Football starting in 2023, which is a huge step for internet streaming. No other major changes, but ABC now gets the right to flex games for Monday Night Football.
That boy Ryan Finley sliding it.
Think of flex broadcasting crews for those games. Meanwhile, free agency is still underway for the league.
Yeah.
How's the AFC holding out? Buffalo and Miami are two of the up-and-coming teams in the AFC. Both squads had excellent seasons from their perspective and are looking to shore up weaknesses this offseason. Buffalo didn't have much wiggle room to work with, but they did have a few depth signings. Matt Milano is back in the fold on a respectable contract for the defense. They tried for Gronk, but they were scorned since he'd rather crush Lombardi trophies than tables. Although Emmanuel Sanders being signed is pretty solid for their receiving core. Wait, hold on a second. Josh Allen is probably going to be gone soon. And we all know why. Mitch Trubisky is now a Bill. Can't just let the MVP ride the bench. Come on.
Damn, bro, he's a
The
Bill
Dolphins
now?
had more of an overhaul. Kyle Van Noy wasn't a good fit for the Dolphins scheme and was released into the wild. Replacing Bernardrick McKinney free from Houston for Shaq Lawson.
Oh, he's good.
There are some depth signings
back with
like
the Patriots,
Jacoby
though.
Brissett, Justin Coleman, Matt Skura for the offensive line, and Ethan Carter, but the true prize is a new weapon for Tua, Will Fuller. He's a streaky player, but when he's on, he's a true deep threat. Alongside a healthy Devontae Parker, this should help out the passing attack.
That boy Will Fuller is disgusting, bro, and he's fast as hell, bro.
Greatly. I still don't know if it's going to be Tua under center next year, though. Those Deshaun Watson rumors are still flying around. Are they really, though? That third overall pick is still up in the air, but the Dolphins have chosen the art of finesse. The San Francisco 49ers came a-calling, and the offer they gave was too good to pass up. The 12th overall pick, a third this year, and 2 future firsts in 2022 and 2023.
Ooh.
That is a premium haul to give up for San Fran. And it kinda smells desperate. They're picking quarterback with this pick, right? But wait, there's more. The Dolphins then flip the 12th overall pick in the 2022 first to move up to the 6th overall pick.
Damn,
The
Carson,
Dolphins only drop 3 positions and get extra first and third round picks to play with in the future. They're also still in line for an elite talent at a position of need if they so desire. Making quality moves, good shit, Miami. Good shit. Bill Belichick stews in a film room somewhere in Foxborough. His ex that scorned him for a sexier love down south has experienced great success without him. The narratives are starting to form. Brady made Belichick. The hoodie was nothing without his elite quarterback. The time has come for a revival. He needs the world to know that the Patriots don't lie down to die. They have a shitload of cap space to play with, and they will invest in mercenaries to rebuild their empire. The two tight end set did wonders for New England in the past. They will revive it by signing 2 of the best on the market in Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. Wide receiving core infused with under-the-radar signings in Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar. Trent Brown and David Andrews back for the offensive line. Devon Godchaux, Jalen Mills, and Matthew Judon to revive a sluggish defensive core. Remember, they also have Dante Hightower coming back as well. Same goes for Kyle Van Noy returning to the land that made him great. All of this results in New England giving out the most guaranteed money in their team's history. Belichick wants vengeance. And I don't think he's done. Cam Newton is surprisingly back, but I doubt it'll be the only option for him to choose from. I'm interested to see what they do in the next month or so. The New York Jets and investing in free agency. Is there a more consistent combination in this world we can see? The last few classes have been underwhelming at best, and they seem to be at a crossroads. As we wait to see what happens with Sam Darnold, the Jets brought in more weapons around the field. At wideout, Corey Davis. He was excess goods in Tennessee, but he is still formidable and should be a good foil to Denzel Mims. For defense, refortifications to replace those traded away last year. Jared Davis, Carl Lawson, and Sheldon Rankins.
Oh,
all starting
damn.
caliber players. And all brought in to hopefully turn the tide.
Hopefully.
On paper, it looks like a decent offseason. Baltimore and Cleveland. Two distant foes who have rekindled a bitter rivalry this past year.
Good as hell next year.
Both will want to one-up each other in the market. Baltimore did lose a big piece in Matthew Judon, but they managed to keep Tyus Bowser and Derek Wolfe.
I personally think that they need to get rid of Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham needs to come to another team, or he can also come to the Patriots. But Odell Beckham needs to go because Odell Beckham's going to be asking for the ball too much, and Baker Mayfield played so good when he had just receivers, that he see open. Baker Mayfield's going to feel some type of way. Like, he's going to feel like, I have to keep throwing it to Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham wants to get this and get that. No, bro. If you're open, you're open. He will throw it to you. So, I really feel that Odell Beckham just needs to go on another team and leave, the Browns. But that's not going to happen. We all know that. But, hey, let's just get into the reaction.
For the defense. On offense, only a piece for the offensive line and Kevin Zeitler, who should do a good job here. They still need wideouts, though. You in the hunt for anyone yet? Sammy Watkins?
Ooh.
The Browns fortunately don't, but they poached a few solid
Ravens
pieces from
fans
the
gonna be
Rams
like,
for
we're
the
going to the
defense in
Super
John
Bowl.
Johnson and Troy Hill. These are some good signings and should do quality work for the emerging defense. There's even a Tack McKinley brought in as a speculative investment, so more depth to choose from. They both haven't done much, but they kind of didn't need to. The battles, however, will continue on in this coming season. Cincinnati, on the other hand, has been struggling to find a true identity since, that day. All of that core is now gone as well, so enjoy that pain. They can even feel it. To replace Carl Lawson, they brought in Trey Hendrickson, who had an outstanding season. But how much of that was being flanked by Cameron Jordan? At corner, add Chidobe Awuzie and Mike Hilton, who are nice signings, but health is a concern for Awuzie.
Yeah.
Although I must ask, wasn't the big issue offensive line?
Alright, damn,
They
TJ Watt
invested somewhat
smashed
by
that
signing
kid.
Riley Reef and cutting Bobby Hart. I still think they should do more there to
That's my
protect
type of
Burrow,
play
though.
right there.
There's enough pain in Cincy not to
that
deal with
pick.
him being hurt again. Why is Mike Brown still alive? The Steelers don't tank. They don't give a shit about their embarrassing playoff loss to Cleveland and believe they still have the core to make a deep run. Losing a good chunk of talent hurts on both sides of the ball, but the answer is in who they brought back. Juju Smith-Schuster tried the market out, but couldn't get a long-term deal. Why learn a new playbook for a slightly larger contract when you know what you're getting in Pittsburgh? The question, though, was at QB. Ben Roethlisberger has declined significantly, and his longtime center and Marquise Pouncey has retired from duty. The team is shedding talent due to a cap crunch. And shutdown corner Steven Nelson also wants out. The time was right to bow out from his long reign, especially at his impending cap hit. But the Steelers are loyal to a fault and don't have a legit option to replace him. As we all know, Ben isn't a fan of the word no. Nope, fuck you, Logic. I'm coming back for another year, baby. I'm still standing, motherfuckers. Let me feast on your fucking team. Houston, I see you're still a total disaster scene that needs no introduction.
No way.
Deshaun Watson is in an impasse. After the organization went over his head for the GM hire, he has had enough. Despite the Texans' insistence that he will still be here, he has been steadfast in his demands for a trade. But now there's a new wrinkle in this drama. A local lawyer has filed allegations of sexual assault on the quarterback. The whole thing seems kind of sketchy. The lawyer talked more about himself in the beginning, and he lives on the same street as Cal McNair. Then again, several dozen women accusing him of this. When there's smoke, there's a potential for fire. The succubus demands more for the blood cost. So I know the Mark Ingrams and Christian Kirksies you want. You can't avoid it.
God
Is
damn,
this a
he
good
got
time
put
to
on his
mention that
ass.
J.J. Watt has been cut yet? For them, they chose a gambling path. Carson Wentz has been broken by a combination of the team around him and his own stubbornness. When he was at his best, it was with the guidance of Frank Reich. A change of scenery is best for his future, and Indianapolis knew it. A deal was struck. Wentz will be donning the horseshoe for at least the next year. It's an interesting acquisition, as we all know what the upside could be if he's revived. If he can't, they just cut him the next year. It's very low risk from the Colts' perspective, but time is still precious for them. There's a chance T.Y. Hilton might be back, but that recently drafted core is only cheap for so long. Jacksonville, like the Jets, have plenty of cap space to work with this offseason. If anything is their catnip, it's been free agency. They've spent significant money in this domain over the past 10 years to mostly negative results. Under the new regime, they're hoping this isn't the case. Most of the moves have been smaller buys, but there have been some bigger catches for them. Shaquille Griffin from the Seahawks, This is
can't believe he
honestly a
signed with the
surprising acquisition,
Jaguars.
especially considering that they may be another year or two from truly competing. Rayshawn Jenkins and Malcolm Brown brought in for the defense as well. And that's to go with a Marvin Jones as a pass-catching target for a certain quarterback that will be drafted in a month's time. I think we know who that might be. Although we've been surprised before. I'm honestly torn on what the Titans are doing this year. I know they needed to make some changes, considering their disappointing end to the season, but is this direction really the shift they needed? A lot of the old pieces are gone. Dennis Kelly and Adoree Jackson got cut, which is more cap casualty than anything. They are desperate to fix the woeful pass rush.
Hell
the
yeah,
hope is
they
that
got
Bud
to.
Dupree can help there in spades. The Titans paid a premium for his services, but he'll have to be the guy instead of getting help from TJ Watt. The real issue, though, is in last year's first-round pick Isaiah Wilson. Dude is straight up pissing away a career in the NFL.
He is.
Expected to replace Jack Conklin on the line, he played a grand total of 4 snaps last season.
Tripping.
As a first-round pick. His immaturity and lack of professionalism throughout the year had the team call him out on it. And by that point, it was too late. He wrote that he was done with the Titans. And then he got shipped off to the Dolphins for a 7th-round pick swap. You'd think Miami would be able to rehabilitate him, but he responded by showing up hours late to his physical and no showing workouts he promised to be at.
Bro, he's
He doesn't want the
stupid.
help right now. Isaiah was promptly cut. And it may be his last chance at the NFL barring a miraculous turnaround. Nothing is sadder to me than wasted talent. And Isaiah Wilson is a textbook case. I don't know what it is, but dude needs to get his shit together. For his own sake. Denver is in a state of
Stupid.
flux. They have been linked to both Deshaun Watson and
God
Russell
damn.
Wilson. Many questions linger about the long-term future of Drew Lock in this franchise. Either way, the current solution to their woes? Bolstering the defense. Ronald Darby and Kyle Fuller for the secondary. Justin Simmons re-signed to a hefty contract. Von Miller, despite the allegations against him, back in the saddle. Shelby Harris and Kareem Jackson back as well, not bad. The hope is that Bears West will eventually be able to overthrow Kansas City. Yeah, it's probably a long shot, but with the issues they're starting to face on offensive line, it might be feasible for some pot shots. Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz dealt with injuries throughout the year and are now unemployed due to the dreaded salary cap. They did get some pieces in, however.
Yeah.
Genie from New England to solidify guard.
Oh, yeah,
Kyle
we're
Long back
good,
from
bro.
retirement for a chance at the long-evasive
Bro, I can't wait
Super
to Madden
Bowl ring.
22.
Will it work? I don't know. I wonder how they'll deal with the void at tackle, but there's still time there. I'm still kind of
Damn,
baffled
he's
with what the
sliding.
Raiders are doing. They did take steps to fix the defense again. For the pass rush, welcome Yannick Ngakoue and Solomon Thomas, which can't hurt unless they flop like last year's signings. John Brown and Kenyon Drake to add weapons for Derek Carr, not bad either. Marcus
Oh, they
Mariota
signed
is back
Kenyon
as an
Drake?
insurance
Oh, shit.
option. My question, though, is in what they're doing with the offensive line. I get that Rodney Hudson and Gabe Jackson are aging, but to just let them go for a few mid-round picks? Hudson is still one of the most underrated linemen in the game. I don't
Stupid.
get it. At all. Although with the Raiders, I guess they've never done things from a conventional standpoint, so And at last we get to the Chargers. Their goal is to protect the future of the franchise. They know who
Damn.
that is. Mike Pouncey, like his
All
twin
right,
brother,
Justin
is
Herbert.
retired to pasture. They have holes they need to fill on the line. And they splurged on a premium piece. Corey Lindsley, the prize center of the free agent class. He was paid handsomely, and should be an upgrade over what was there. At guard, the underrated Matt Filer steps in. It comes at the cost of letting go of a handful of old veterans, but the future is now for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Farewell, boys. We'll see you at the draft. Let's consider this scenario. You're out and about in life, going about your day, but then the urge comes along. You need to go to the bathroom. The situation is critical. So you rush to the nearest stall and take a glorious dump. Where am I going with this?
Lamar
Secure yourself
Jackson!
and protect your privacy in a bathroom.
You
Why aren't you
shitty
doing so
boy.
with your information on the internet? I have good news on this front, however. The fine folks at ExpressVPN have a solution for you. It's in the form of world-class encryption and high-speed servers
Oh,
in
this
countless
dude, bro.
countries. For me, it comes in handy when I've been on record saying that a VPN is mandatory and that at expressvpn.com/utree. Don't make a mistake. Get ExpressVPN and secure the information you want to keep private. And also thank them for sponsoring this video.
Anyways, man, that was a sponsorship. But anyways, man, make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. I love you guys. You guys stay squared up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Back here again with Untitled Chapter, and I will see you guys in the next video. Road to 10.